Since the dawn of modern civilization, humanity has always asked one question: are we truly alone? Spawning countless pop culture theories, stories, and even films. One of the most infamous being H.G. Wells' 1897's War of the Worlds, being adapted into several films spanning decades, with the most recent being Amazon Prime, starring America's Most Wanted Ice Cube. I didn't even know this movie existed until I saw this TikTok.
I thought you got hurt. I thought you was in the house.
Oh, you thought I was home?
This is crazy.
Nah.
After seeing that along with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 0%, I knew I had to watch this film so that way you guys don't have to. Make sure you have those snacks ready, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Alright, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. This is by far one of the worst films I have seen in a long time. Between the loose plotline to even have the audacity to call it War of the Worlds, the terrible acting with the non-stop propaganda machine spitting shit out at you, this is basically an hour-and-a-half ad for Amazon. The entire film is just a mixture of like Cloverfield mixed with Skype calls. Ice Cube's at the DHS headquarters just trying to Skype call everybody while they're running around in this chaos trying to survive. What makes it worse is that this film had a $63 million budget. That is absolute insanity of a budget that me and 4 friends could have made just filming from our iPhones. Not a sponsor. Just to put that into perspective, let's see what other uses $63 million could have had for the world. For example, we all know deforestation is becoming a global issue. $1 could roughly plant 1 to 2 trees. So with a budget of $63 million, you could have planted maybe 126 million trees. Even provided up to 3 million people with drinking water. Or better yet, 100 million meals to starving children.
I'm good.
I'm sorry, you don't want to give the dollar to hungry kids?
During this review, I decided to take a different route for the initial viewing of the movie. I decided to record myself on like a voice memo on my phone watching the movie, so that way I didn't miss or forget any funny jokes or talking points that I could have potentially made. That being said, I forgot to press record for the first 10 minutes of the movie. Basically, all you need to know about the first 10 minutes of the film is just Ice Cube is sitting at a computer at work, clicking through different tabs, spying on his family.
You haven't had any protein this week.
How do you know?
Let's just say me and your fridge is pretty tight.
You hacked my fridge?
Then calling them if he sees something he doesn't like.
Yo, did you delete my game?
You know you're wasting your time with that game.
Dad, playing video games is my job.
Getting into the main plot line, there's a little hacking group called Disruptor. It's basically like Anonymous or WikiLeaks, flushing out all of the government's secret projects that they don't want people knowing about. Ice Cube's character,
William Radford,
is an agent with the DHS in charge of tracking them down. This intro is basically every conspiracy theorist's wet dream. Not only are we seeing him have access to all of these national security cameras, but he can also bring up like this full page bio scan showing you every single thing about the person. Throughout this little spying montage, we find out that Will's wife is dead, his daughter hates him, and he's a dick to his son.
living in my damn house, playing dumbass video games. That's what I see.
So much that his daughter didn't even tell him about the baby shower that they're throwing. Having to find out from Faith's baby dad, Mark.
Oh shit.
Deciding to type out a message and then deleting it like a pissed off teenager, then proceeds to go back spying on his daughter's texts. She's not wrong. Discovering where the disruptor is, he gets a video call from NSA field agent Sheila Jeffries.
Alright.
And NSA Director Donald Briggs. You know how hard it is to remember these fucking names? This part doesn't sit right with me. Now we see the helmets and body cams on the 2 agents that she's with. Why in the hell is she just walking around holding out her cell phone with a gun? He can obviously just transfer from body to body cam as we see. Discovering the signal is just a decoy, molten rock comes flying down from the skies. The best part about this entire sequence of destruction is Ice Cube's acting throughout the entire thing. There's just non-stop carnage and he's just behind the screen. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm scrolling my feed and come across some crazy ass shit on TikTok or Instagram Reels, even if it's just like a video of a person breaking their arm, I still lose my shit. Trying to check in on his kids but getting no response, he sees that Faith is in a hospital and decides to call Mark and tell him to get his ass down there, while also calling David, simultaneously tracking his location to make sure that he's safe and okay. Well, David's dead. Briggs forcing him to get on a call while Sheila's out in the field approaching one of the meteors.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Nobody's reactions are realistic. If I was seeing this shit, I would be freaking the fuck out. Hell, I was glued to my phone checking news updates every 5 minutes when we thought we were going to nuclear war a couple months ago. Eventually, Sheila makes contact again, this time standing like directly on top of the meteor as it turns into Syndrome's Omnidroid, proving my point of non-realistic reactions even further.
Oh my God.
That is not how you should be reacting to that. Don't worry though, we got some experts on the case.
Space Force, NASA, and the UAP Task Force.
We're not even 30 minutes into the film yet where I found myself asking how much longer is the runtime, which I rarely ever do. I don't think it's the bad acting that's making the runtime feel eternal. I think it has to do with this wonky direction that they decided to bring it, like we're spying on all of their devices. I don't think there's been one single scene in this entire movie so far that hasn't been like a laptop to phone communication. I want to watch a movie, not be part of this like Zoom community. Hacking into a self-driving car to go scoop his daughter and bring her to the hospital before she dies, she lets out this line.
There's so much destruction.
But when he's swapping through like the street cameras and the security camera views from the different angles, you can see that there's only like 4 cars on the road with no destruction around them. Deciding to stay on the phone with her until she reaches her destination safely.
I don't blame you for not wanting me at your shower.
You think now's the time for this?
Now? We have to do this now?
Yes, thank you. My thoughts exactly.
I put you and your brother through a lot of pain.
Dude, what the hell? We all just decided it's not the time for this.
You know what your problem is? You think you have more power than you really do. You don't have any power. None. You gotta let go. I'm not a kid anymore.
Wow. I think that got the point across. Rerouting things within the car to make sure that the battery lasts a little bit longer than it should, he calls up DHS to try to get some like special access clearance in order to save her more, I guess. Dude, everybody's daughter's in danger, but let's use all of the resources just to help you, Ice Cube.
Mark,
What?
This guy's stoned out of his mind.
Who is that?
Giving him a course of action of what to do with Face as he's typing his self-resignation letter. Just as the president's having an address to the nation and the rest of the world.
What do you think, Mr. President?
This plan is humanity's last chance. I see no other option to initiate this war of the worlds.
He said it! He said it!
Faith arrives to her destination with the back of the car looking like she just gave birth on the way there.
This time is...
What do you mean, whoa? You saw her bleeding. You watched her put the tourniquet on. You ordered her the car, but you're gonna say whoa when there's blood in the back seat? Luckily, Mark got to her in time and is trying to keep her stabilized while the NASA scientist is trying to tell fucking Ice Cube, I can't even remember his name at this point, this movie gave me brain damage, trying to tell him about some new information that she learned.
what's
My
going
new
on?
pets. Look, they even do tricks.
Why are they going after the chip?
The same reason they love my phone. These little guys are drawn to data. The more data it consumes, the smarter it gets.
This essentially means that those little bugs are just like a Trojan virus. So the tripods that are carrying these little bugs are just basically diversions so that way they can attack the mainframe.
To get to the data.
Yes, I think we've grasped that. But this also makes me think that this might be like a Project Bluebeam sort of thing where the government fakes an alien invasion in order to like control everybody and take over the world. Deciding to take one last listen to his final words that his wife left for him.
Remember to take out the trash today and be nice to the kids. I love you, baby. Remember to take out the trash today and be nice to the kids.
Making a decent, surprisingly semi-emotional scene and the best acting that we've seen in this entire movie so far. Discovering that the Disruptor has gone live on YouTube somehow, even though most of the world's data and internet access has been eaten away, but whatever. Will decides to pop in for a view. Something just isn't sitting right with him though.
The invaders won't stop until they have it all.
Will starts doing like some clipping and pitch distortion to the audio to discover something that's truly shocking.
It's you! It's you!
Yeah. Well, yes, kind of.
I knew it! I fucking knew it!
My own son is hacking the government.
Look, the past is the past. I'm ready to work together now, are you?
What an asshole. You just found out it's your son and that he can help you and you just decided to hang up on him again? This whole movie is just propaganda. It's like an admission to guilt, but they just sprinkled in some super crazy conspiracies like Skinwalker Ranch to make it seem like more discredited when people are like, the government wants to fake an alien invasion. They're gonna be like, yeah, okay, buddy, fucking, I'm sure you believe in skinwalkers too, don't you? Hearing Briggs' voice in one of the recordings for Project Goliath.
Too risky, Briggs. Shut it down now.
With all due respect, General, Goliath will be activated whether you like it or not.
Briggs revokes his access, causing Will to just completely switch up immediately. Getting into the family business, Will swallows his pride and calls David for some help. After coming up with a pretty solid plan together, Will decides to go make some calls before David puts him in his place.
Everyone you know sucks. I'll make the calls.
Instead, setting up a call with his hacking buddies to initiate Will into the group.
Holy shit, Dad.
Your dad's OG.
Are you serious? He's literally at their headquarters and you just put the biggest target on his back. That's a pretty dick move if you ask me. I don't see any of your faces out in the open. Somehow the group gets hacked into after the virus is uploaded and all of their locations start getting attacked by these beings, including David.
No! No!
That's not the reaction you should have to your son being evaporated before your very eyes.
He's okay. He's okay.
No, it's not okay. Take some damn acting lessons, Ice Cube. Your son's dead as fuck. Wait, what? He's alive?
I bounced my signal.
Being the smart dude that he is, he decided to spoof his location while staying at his friend's house.
But they blew up my house. They blew up my house, man.
Damn, dude. Chill. Would you rather your house blowing up or your son dead? This dude needs his priorities in check. I'm gonna rush through these last 30 minutes because it's just ridiculous. Out of nowhere, we find out that his daughter is like this amazing scientist who has created a biovirus for machines and living tissue, which is like the only way to stop these creatures unless you want the whole world being nuked. Needing to upload the virus directly into the computer servers in order to like have the virus spread via flash drive, but there's only one problem. How are they going to get him this flash drive if he's locked inside of this building? Don't worry guys, they thought of that. You didn't think Mark would be completely useless now, did you? Suiting up into his VR headset, Mark uses an Amazon delivery drone to navigate through the building in order to deliver the flash drive to Will. I'm not making this up, I wish I was. It's crazy to think that these weapons can take down fighter jets, but this Amazon drone can dip and dive through all of their laser beams with ease. Please. My favorite part about this entire movie is when the Amazon drone goes down outside of the building and there's just this homeless dude in a tent. They hack into his phone to get him to flip back over the drone, promising him free phone service for a year.
Why is he waiting? What's going on?
I mean, that's a very valid question, especially seeing the circumstances at hand. Instead, settling on a $1,000 Amazon gift card, which I wouldn't be doing my wholesome duty if I didn't tell you guys. If a number ever texts you and says you want any amount of money or a service with a gift card,
It is a scam. Do not answer it.
It doesn't make sense though. You live on a tent on the side of the road. What in God's name do you need a $1,000 Amazon gift card for? I mean, I guess he can like buy a bed for the side of the road. Yeah, never mind. That makes sense. Mark finally gets the drone to Will, almost smashing his skull in the process.
Good job, Mark.
Oh, look how happy he is that Will's proud of him. I do want to call bullshit on Will putting the USB drive in first try. I don't care if you work for tech 27 years. Nobody gets a flash drive in on the first try. Not to mention nobody informing the stealth bombers that are like a minute and a half away that everything is kind of like okay, but that's suspense, right? A narration of Will's letter from his voice is heard in the background as he is slowly devoured by this tentacle. It truly is a sweet letter, but it's completely ruined by the fact that he didn't die.
How may I help you?
Mr. Radford, tremendous work. You've done your country a great service.
Instead survived the entire ordeal. The film comes to an end with nothing but happy endings. Faith was recognized as the scientist behind the vaccine that destroyed the creatures. Will and David were recognized as the masterminds behind the Goliath document dump. Sandra became the new head of NASA. I don't know how they got Joe Rogan to be a part of this, but shame on you, Joe. Shame on you. Alright gang, that's going to do it for this look at Amazon Prime's original 2025 film, War of the Worlds. I wish this was one of those bad movies that is like, so bad it's funny, but unfortunately, it's not. It's just terrible. Just awful from start to finish. Hopefully one day War of the Worlds can be translated into film well, but it seems like just one of those cursed pieces of media that's never going to have justice done to it. I want everyone that took part in this film to feel great shame and dishonor.
Dishonor on your whole family!
Make sure to comment below what your thoughts on the film were, along with any other pieces that I might have missed that you thought should have been an honorable mention. Don't forget to subscribe and notifications on so that way you never miss an upload. Find me across all your favorite social media platforms, and until next time, stay safe, I love you guys, and I'll see you later. I can't imagine awareness pamphlets just hanging around in Manila, well, in this case, Teal.